What happens when two galaxies collide? Astronomers have been studying the question for years, and recent Hubble Space Telescope images may help supply some answers. The galaxy under study is M82, a small nearby galaxy that crashed into its larger neighbor, M81, sometime in the past. The wreck has left M82 in rough shape.
Looks a little fuzzy. It doesn't have the same kind of bright central concentration that you would see in a normal galaxy. It has very peculiar colors. And all of these things seem to be tied to this collision between M81 and M82.
Studying galactic collisions is like sifting through the evidence of a crime scene. The smallest detail can help determine when the crime occurred. In the case of M82, astronomers have been trying to piece together the collision and find out how long ago it really happened. O'Connell and his team dated M82's crash by examining the star clusters that formed afterward. The dense star clusters form as gas clouds from the colliding galaxies interact. O'Connell's team is seeing the types of clusters that may have been common in the early universe.
The initial formation phase of galaxies is a very violent process. All this gas is falling in. The gas is colliding with other clouds of gas. So we think that's how all galaxies started. But there are only a small sample of that kind of thing still going on in the universe. And M82 is one example of that.
Our own Milky Way galaxy probably smashed, crashed, and ate other galaxies in the distant past. And determining when M82 and M81 collided can help us understand how similar mayhem formed the placid spiral we live in today. In Stephan's quintet, a nearby galactic gang of 5, galaxies are battling it out like tag team wrestlers, crashing and smashing into each other from every direction. It's a scene of mayhem on a colossal scale.
The galaxies are colliding with each other, and there have been many collisions, it seems, over the course of the history of this particular group. So it's very complex.
The Hubble Space Telescope images of Stephan's quintet are a highlight reel of galactic body slams and pile drives. But in this case, Hubble sees creative destruction. Whole dwarf galaxies forming in the wake of the collisions. But once formed, the future for these infant galaxies is anything but certain.
What will happen? Will they, in fact, go off and go into the group in general and float around out there and live happy and productive lives? Or will the giant galaxy there, the parent, eat the child?
The answer could help settle an old debate in astronomy, whether today's galaxies formed when smaller star groups piled up together, or if they're the surviving offspring of earlier galaxies.